Hi everyone and welcome to Advent Poles number 3. Now the exercises that I'm going to show you today combine the pole formations from days 1 and 2. Hopefully that will save you a little bit of time. That means that you can use the exercises from day 1 and day 2 as a warm-up in walk because it is important to have about a 10-minute walk warm-up to warm up all the muscles and get the joints moving nicely in preparation for the faster work. So here I am just using exercise 1 to warm up a little bit, and here I am using exercise 2 as well as part of a warm-up. I'm just showing the warm-up in walk, but after you've done your 10 minutes of walk you can then go on to the trot before you begin the floor plans that I'm going to show you today. Now I'm going to show you this floor plan in canter. However, it can also be carried out in walk or trot depending on the stage your horse is at. But the plan itself focuses on accuracy. So I've got to go through the tunnel, if you like, the tunnel of poles, and then I'm going to go through the triangle to meet the point, and that can sometimes back the horses off because it just seems a little bit small. Here I am in the other direction. And again, this time, Elsa, I think she breaks into trot here. She's just not quite sure about where she needs to put her feet to negotiate the point. But as you see, when she comes round the second time, she's a bit more confident to canter over the point. So that's part 1 of the exercise. So this is part 2. And I'm going to again stay in canter, but you can do it in walk or trot if you prefer. Again, I'm going through the tunnel of poles, coming to meet the point. Then this time I'm going to go round behind the tunnel of poles at the bottom. To make a bigger circle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the circles from the exercise in day 1. So here I come, I'm going to come over the point of the triangle, and then on my next circle I'm going to come round and I'm going to go over the red pole then the black pole. So I'm going to meet the wider part of the circle, and then I'm going to finish this exercise by changing the rein, so approaching the red pole on more of a straighter line, and then changing the rein so that I can repeat it on the other rein. So that was the second part of the exercise, and now I'm going to show you the third part when you put all of it together. What I try and do is build it up a stage by stage before putting it all together at the end. So as you can see, I rode straight that time down the centre line over the 2 poles at the end, which I'd made sure were at trot distance, then carried on to ride a straight line, or as straight as possible, over my triangle before picking up the circle over the 2 poles in trot. Then on my second circle I've made a canter transition, and then I've cantered the wide part, or each pole individually, the wide part of the triangle. And now I'm going to come through the 2 poles. So again, focusing on the accuracy like I was earlier on, and now through the point. And then I'm going to come back down to trot here because I did all of that on the right rein. And then this time I'm going to come down the centre line, so back to trot, down the centre line, over the 2 poles, trying to keep as straight as I can. Now over the 2 poles, and remember the horses meet those on an angle, so that makes it a little bit more difficult for them. This time I've turned left. I'm going to pick up my left circle in trot, and I'm going to go over the 2 poles. And then I'm going to make a canter transition, pick up the circle, this time in canter, come over the 2 poles of the triangle. Now that was a little more enthusiastic than on the right rein, I think. And then I'm going to come around to make a bigger circle through the 2 poles at the bottom that are on the parallel line. and then come up to the point to finish. And there we go. That was Advent Poles number 3. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you tomorrow.